Hey, good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Again, welcome to the live stream where we first review the watch list and we trade the market open every day. Hope everyone had it better yesterday than I did. Getting halted in on AKER. Whew, that was not fun. That was one of my biggest losses of this small account challenge. And it was actually one of my biggest position sizes too. So it was like double whammy. But at the end of the day, we're kind of back where we started in the beginning of the week. We made good progress, and then so we really got caught on the bad side. So hopefully we do a little bit better today. It's Wednesday. Just a little recap here. It's Wednesday, the 8th of April. It's 9:16 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got another 15 minutes before the market opens at 9:30, and we'll wrap this live stream up usually between 10:30 and 11. Video description below has some good FAQs. I see them all the time that you guys are asking a lot of similar questions, so just check those out. Let's get into the watch list. Good morning, everyone. Mavis, Bros, Paul, Shane, Proud Dad, Chicho. Good morning. INPX. I don't know if we're sleeping on INPX, but I feel like that one already has its run, and the wounds are still too fresh for INPX to be trading again. I think everyone remembers when it crashed. It was bad. And I think I don't know if people are ready to trade INPX again, but yeah, it is moving up a little bit. I did check it out. MBR X. So this is our lead gapper, and good morning, Keith. And this lead gapper was, I was this close to buying it pre-market, right around here at like 9:35, or actually this is a little bit later. So I checked it. This is a 5-minute chart. I was like, something feels wrong about this chart. That's why. Okay, the 5 minutes down here. I didn't adjust this 1 minute yet. So we're pulling back to here to the VWAP, former breakout area. We didn't pull all the way down. I was thinking about maybe entering it if we crack VWAP, but it doesn't break that bad with, a smaller allocation. Like I said yesterday, if I want to trade pre-market, if I want to trade after 10:30, that's fine. Sometimes there's really good opportunities, but I'm going to be reducing my position size so it doesn't give me too much added risk, because after 10:30 and pre-market are two times where there's less volume. So sometimes you get flash crashes, you get some news like that happened yesterday. So you kind of avoid some of that risk. It's just a little bit more by trading a little bit lighter on the volume. Heiko killed it with BORR yesterday. Really nice. GM Alex. Yeah, BORR was looking pretty good actually. I did want to trade BORR, but we kind of. So this was a lead gapper from yesterday, and first green day, had some nice volume, and then out of the gates I kind of missed this one. And then when we were pulling back in this area, I was thinking about getting some trades, and then we had this really nice breakout above VWAP and pulled back to it, and I don't know, I somehow kind of missed BORR the whole time, and we wrapped up trading right around here, so I kind of missed this area as well. But this whole run up, I was kind of too fixated on AKER, and I should have been more aggressive in the morning. So I missed some of those moves for sure. Kind of consolidating, not really doing too much anymore right now. So let's go back to, first of all, or actually let's just pull up some of these former yesterday's runners. So we had PSTI, lead gapper yesterday, kind of consolidating near the highs, but not really doing too much. Looks like it's just constantly selling off. But it might, have a nice little break back above 4.25. So let's keep an eye on this one. I mean, it didn't pull off that hard. AKER, I probably won't be trading it since I don't know if I'll, have like a half emotional attachment to these trades, but it is kind of holding the 5.5 area pretty well. This would be the third big green day, and I don't know. I think people are a little bit weary off the news that it had yesterday. And then we got YGYI from yesterday as well. This was a lead gapper, YGYI, from the day before. This one had a really nice move out of the gates. And if you guys remember, this one was the one getting halted left and right. And here you can see it. And I think what had me kind of iffy about YGYI, if I remember correctly, I think it was the news. It was, the FDA approval rights for hand sanitizer. And I just, like I said it in the recap video, it's just like, it seemed very unusual, this whole catalyst. And I didn't really understand. Here it is. Reports it secured FDA rights to produce hand sanitizer. I don't know. I just didn't see that news being so significant. But look, I mean, the charts, had a nice little break higher here, held the highs. This was a pretty decent move at 70%, and then just ripped on higher. So we had a lot of stuff out of the gates that just did really, really well. And it was getting halted like crazy though. So YGYI would have been really tough to trade. Again, holding the highs in this area. I think I have a limit order actually on this one near the support in this area on my IRA account. Nice, Heiko. That's a solid trade. Yeah, so let's go ahead and I don't know. YGYI might be a really nice area to trade. It's tough to say. There's definitely some big support right in the 75 area. So I'm going to put an alert. See if we go down here. And then maybe if we break higher here, maybe around 2.3 or something like that. This could be a really nice area. I don't know if our alerts are going to be going off that well with TOS this morning, so I'm kind of worried about that. I missed a few moves. I think I totally missed BORR because my alerts weren't going off on it, so I don't know. This will be interesting. So we pulled back to about 1.88 pre-market, which is right around here. Kind of like the halfway point between the support and resistance. And then we had the high here at 2.82. I don't know. This thing could definitely have a second green day. There is big resistance above. I would really watch out with the $3 area. But, it could run to 3.5, maybe even high threes. So let's see what happens with this one. Should be kind of interesting. Again, I just don't really know how I feel about that catalyst. So yeah, it would be the second green day. So just keep an eye out for that as well. 11 million float, so not too bad though. Let's go ahead and review MBR X again. I keep saying C. I don't know why. Where is it hiding? Here it is. MBR X, 30 million volume, a market cap, 53 million shares outstanding. What was the float on this one? Let me quickly see if I can dig that up. Okay, the float, according to Finviz, is 46 million. It's a US biotech. Market cap 30 million. Should have traded that one pre-market. I kind of had the feeling that would have been actually the right move. So this is actually a giant move on MBRX because if you guys remember here, we're at 174 and 1.5 was big time resistance and then $1 was big time resistance. We ran right through all of that. We actually pulled back to kind of the 1.5 area and then we had this second ripped higher and actually we pulled back to like 1.3. So something like in this area. So kind of again, kind of like the middle area between the support and resistance. And now we're at 1.75. So this is a pretty big mover out of the gates. 2.4. Probably go ahead and say there's some key support and resistance in this area. We had some tops in this area. Looks like 3 is pretty critical. Just generally roughly in the 3 area. It's not super clean. And then I would probably go again and say argue the $4 area. It seems like there's some pretty consistent big time resistance, I would say at 3.74. Seems like the whole numbers in general on MBRX are kind of clean in terms of reversal points. So let's see what this one does. It's a little bit, I would say, overextended pre-market. I mean, it's traded a lot already, so I don't know what kind of open this is going to get. 200% gapper already at MBRX. So that's really aggressive. Morning, Tommy. Good to have you here. And actually, let me quickly throw this up because I just want to show you guys here with AKER. So we had, this was our big loser with AKER and something's not loading here properly. One sec. Sorry if I'm slurping. I'm not sure why this is not loading right now. Hopefully I'm not having any streaming issues or Wi-Fi issues. It's really unusual for this to be loading so slow. I'm getting excellent connection across the board, so that's really good. We got another 450 till the market opens. 4 minutes and 50 seconds, you can see right here, and in Eastern Standard Time it's 9:25. So yeah, here I have all my trades documented. You know, we're on a pretty good streak, actually. We're on a really, really nice streak. And then it wasn't really till this one really whacked us. And this is why I kind of came out with that new rule yesterday about not trading full size after 10:30 and then pre-market, because I've made you know, I feel like every now and then I have one of those, you know, you get one of those unexpected outliners where something extreme happens. And I feel like that always kind of happens to me, either pre-market or a little bit later in the day. So to avoid some of that risk, almost like systematic trading risk at that point, I just want to reduce some of my position size. So our first trade was pretty nice, 64 bucks. I made about 4.5%. But then, you know, this is really the big whacker right here. $276 dollar loss. We lost 18% on this one. And then the position size was one of our biggest position sizes in this small account challenge. So always kind of good to document the trades, learn from them, and just, you know, see what kind of lessons you can take away. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Obviously, I think everyone here saw it live, unless you're totally new here for the first time. AKER just came out with news. Kind of news. MBR X, I could really see an entry around 1.5. So I think out of the gates, that might be my play. Look at this, back at 6.4. I mean, who knows? Maybe it's going to go past 7. Maybe it's going to break 8. You just don't know with these small caps. You really, really don't. Not to mention, what I did like about AKER is that 2 million float, roughly. Or at least 2.7 million shares outstanding. That's a pretty nice number. It gives it a lot more spikeability. So that's really, really good. It'll be a little bit painful to see this thing above 7.34, but you just never know. You got to cut your losses, because AKER could have just been as easily at $2 today. We saw it with, I think, VVU S or something like that. They also got a direct public offering, and they really got crushed. I mean, absolutely, that stock is just gone. So you really got to watch out. Successfully completed expression spiked, yeah. So, I mean, this company probably needed funding, because, I mean, they're definitely working on some really interesting stuff and potentially really, really good and life-saving stuff. So, of course, you know, the market is there for these companies to raise capital, right? To sell shares into the market and raise capital for their whatever they're working on. And with biotechs, it's a really, really common thing you see. And that's why, you know, they usually just constantly go down. And that's why investing in biotechs is so dangerous, because as an investor, you typically just are always investing in the stock that's going down. Even if they, you know, had a cure for cancer, their stock price would still probably just keep going down. Okay, so let's check out of the gates. I'm definitely going to be watching MBR X. I think it's going to be a really interesting open. You just got to remember, it closed yesterday at 50 cents, 56 cents. So this is quite a big move it's already had. Just little words of caution. ADN, DPW. I'll keep a close eye on that one, and SONN, I'll watch that one as well. Out of the gates. Then I'll check the scanners, see what this one's up to. All right, guys, we've got another 20 minutes till the market opens. Good luck, everyone. MBR X, Looking like it's shooting up here. Let's give it a little bit longer. $7.5. This might get halted here. This looks like it just got halted. No, it's hard to tell. Yep, it did get halted. MBRX halted right out of the gates. Wow, that was impressive. I was expecting at least maybe a quick pullback. Nope. Okay, so 5-minute halt on MBRX. Yes, I do stream every morning. Let's quickly see here what's going on. See if we're missing any trades. SONN. Yeah, I don't know. Very choppy. Pre-market probably won't be trading that. But, you know, big move so far. MBRX is really what I'm trying to focus on. Let's see what YGYI is doing. A little bit of a pullback here. Broke higher, pulling back to 2. This could be a healthy turnaround point. Remember, 11 million float with YGYI. It's a little bit red on the day already. I'm going to see if there's anything else that I'm generally overlooking. Whoops, wrong scanner. So in the future, I'm going to have this kind of running all the time. We've just been having a few streaming issues, so I want to make sure the streaming issues are fixed before I start expanding the windows again that I have open. So we've got to keep a close eye on MBRX. This one's going to open again. What was that? 35. So you got APT. I don't know. I probably won't be trading APT. Not really moving. AKER, EFC. Some decent volume in here. Decent price as well. MYO, so EFC and MYO. Shares rose. Candidates continue to grow during the first quarter. Authorize you. So their orders are increasing. I mean, it doesn't sound too bad. MYO, don't really know too much about it. Recent reverse split. Does have a bit of a gap down area. Some big support and resistance at about 8. Kind of a choppy open here, but kind of looking good as well. Tough. EFC really getting a bit more attention here. Nice potential red to green. I remember I was looking at this one pre-market. I actually stopped looking at it because I didn't like the market cap on it. I felt like it was extremely large. But wow, check out this move here. I don't know if I'm going to be wanting to trade EFC. It's a little bit different kind of setup here. Big support right below it though. Did break out. MBRX going to open in about a minute. Boom, EFC breaking out higher. Really kind of nice move on EFC. I gotta give it to it. Looks really solid. bigger stock. I'm not really sure how this one's going to move. This looks like more of just a bottom bounce. Doesn't have any specific catalyst or anything like that. Reduced monthly dividend. Okay, I wouldn't say it's like game-changing news. It really does look like more of just a general bottom bounce. Okay, MBR X, let's kind of go back here. This one just opened up again. Just want to be watching this one. Got halted. $190, breaking out higher here. This is looking pretty good. If we wanted to trade this around 50 area, 700 shares, smaller position size, possibly. Did just get halted. I'm a little nervous this might get halted on the way down. Woo, it's getting chipped away like crazy. All right, this one I think MBRX just got halted. Again, going down. There it goes. That would have been tough. That would have been a really, really tough one to trade. I mean, it opened up here. You might have been up 5%. Before you closed out your position, though, you could be back down again 5%. Oof, that was a really volatile move. Woo, hi go. Yeah, I didn't even notice that. It's cool you shouted that out, guys. I appreciate all the views, all the likes, guys. Really cool stuff trading with you. It's been a wild journey so far, and I think I'm learning just as much as hopefully everyone else is. So really cool stuff here. 100. I think today's the first time we broke 100. So really cool. MBRX, guys. I don't know what we're gonna do with MBRX. I kind of wanted to jump in on it after the halt because people got the halt scanners. People know that this thing's pumping up. I just feel like 200% trading pre-market was a little bit high for my taste. I'm really surprised it didn't pull back to maybe like 1.5 or something like that. Again, trading this one pre-market actually would have been the way to go. Either buying here on VWAP, but I probably would have actually rather been buying as we broke above the 15-minute EMA and then we pulled back here. And that's kind of the trade I wanted. So I should have done it pre-market. I was watching this one like a hawk. It's a little tough, especially after I had that video from yesterday, but we'll see. Watching MYO for now. Yeah, it feels like MYO. Honestly, EFC and MYO, I don't really like the idea of trading EFC because it's just totally not something we trade. And I feel like I'm kind of chasing a little bit of I'm just chasing something, right? It's like when the markets were extremely volatile and all of a sudden we're trading large caps or something like that. It can work, can be very profitable, but even the lessons you learn are just, you can't really apply them again and just, I don't know. But yeah, EFC had a nice break above VWAP, holding this area well. I mean, this could just keep on going. Yeah, here we go. This is a nice bull flag, and that's kind of what I was thinking about. We could probably trade around $8. I don't know where we would have got an entry, but we probably would have been up 2, 3, 4%. Looks pretty good. Let me know if you guys traded. Ooh, I don't know. This thing's really trading like a small cap. MYO had a nice break higher here. I like MYO. I feel like it hasn't done that over trading yet. 2 million shares outstanding. Pre-market 60%. That's not too bad. And I think what was the catalyst on this one again? Yeah, okay. my pro pipeline. Not totally sure what that's all about. That's actually a really good point. We're not even looking at YGYI right now. You know how I feel about second, third, fourth green days. I think MYO is looking really good here. We had a good 5-minute breakout and then pull back to 4.8. This is where I should have probably been trading it. Let's see what happens here. Breaking out. It's 9:41 a.m. Kind of a choppy 5-minute setup. It's the only thing I don't like about this one. I'd probably rather trade it on a break above 5.5 and then actually buy the pullback of that. Not totally sure if that's the best idea, but that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. I'm gonna put 2 alerts on it, see if it breaks down, breaks to the upside. MBR X is opening back up. This is really the one I want to be watching a little bit closer here. MYO, guys, 4.8. So the fact that I got halted on the way down isn't really necessarily the worst. It didn't get halted on any news or anything like that. It's just very volatile, big spread. So it actually could be really good dip buy opportunities on these halts going down. That's kind of what I'm thinking right now. $43 a.m. Let's give this one a second shot here. First dip was about 14%. MYO back at $5. That would have been a really good dip buy. Hopefully some of you guys got that one. I missed it. Looking for a double bottom at NYO. MBRX is still one of the hottest movers right now in terms of just dollar volume and attention. APT as well, but it's just a bigger stock. That's why I'm not paying too much attention to it. The way it moves is much, much slower as well. So yeah, AKER is on here a little bit as well. MBRX, yeah, of course. I mean, MBRX is really kind of taking the show. Markets are green. I'm waiting for MBRX to maybe just possibly curl here, make a bigger move, kind of find some support. It has had a really strong move already, so you know, consolidating is totally not unexpected. MYO is pulling back here. Kind of watch this one a little bit closer. MBRX 168. Where is YGYI on my watch list? There it is. I don't know why I was not really looking at it. YGYI found some really nice support at 2. Rips up about 15% from there. This could be the second green day on this one. Yeah, TOS for me today is much more laggy, a little bit annoying here. MBRX, guys, pulling back. Went down to 56. We got the 15-minute EMA coming in right now and VWAP. Let's see what kind of support we see here. Should be big time support in this area for sure. Still looking at MYO. Bro says EFC, flag action. Yeah, it could be this $8 area looking like, you know, if it holds pretty nicely, we might even see a bit of a double bottom. I'm not sure if this is going to hold entirely. Could have a nice little bounce here off of $8. We'll see. No, it doesn't look like MBRX halted. Definitely looks like, though, it found some sort of support, though. Thinking where we might be able to buy this thing. At first, I wanted to buy it at 50 in the 50s, so I almost went for this one. Looking for MBRX to maybe have a reversal in this area. Maybe start moving to the upside. It is still a little bit overextended, and it probably needs to consolidate a little bit more in my eyes, but let's see what happens. MBRX pulling back now. See, 150s held support so far on this first pullback. I don't know. We're going to probably see a second one at least. Or not. Let's see what happens. 58, big buyers there. Yeah, it was kind of a bit of a selling volume. I'd watch out with that volume. I'll check out YGYI in a second here. This could be a pivotal moment for MBRX. Definitely the 1.5 support area is going to be tested right now. Let's see how low we even get. Big sellers, big sell orders coming through. 150. $53, big buyers now. All right, we are long MBRX. Looks like it's halted. So we're long MBRX on a halt, which I actually think might be okay. Like I said before, MBRX has just a big spread. So this should be a pretty interesting open for sure. It doesn't have any negative news. It's not like getting halted because, you know, it has a DPO or anything like that. I think just the sell off and the spreads move very quickly. So MBRX could be a really nice bounce here. Could have been a little bit early of a buy, but let's see kind of what happens on the open. YGYI having a really nice support line bounce in this area, I gotta say. Just an absolute beautiful support line bounce. I hope some of you guys got that one. I'm gonna close my MYO limit order. I don't like that, it's just kind of chilling here. MYO is not really doing what I want it to do, so I'm just gonna go ahead and close this one. Let me just go back here to YGYI. Austin says, why is MBR X not rising? I really think it's just a little bit overextended. It wants to consolidate a little bit more. There's no necessarily bad news. There's only good news about it. So I think, you know, it's promising for sure. YGYI pulling back a little bit here. If we have a pullback, I would probably consider buying this one. $11 million float, really nice. Want to be a little careful though, guys. Second green day, but it's holding the highs well. So looks like right now it might want to retest some former lows. So no breakout buying yet for me today. Looks like YGYI is actually going to probably bounce here. I think buying at the 2.111, 213 area would have been much better. I kind of missed that move. Good call, Heiko. I don't know where it's going to go. I think, like I said before, I think there's huge resistance at $3. So I think it might try to get close to that area. If it's 2.5 or 2.75 or 2.8 or 2.9. It's definitely, I don't know. I don't know. That's the number one answer. I don't know. But, you know, I think there's a good chance it might try to test those areas. We also have the 180-day moving average coming in this area. Let's quickly go back to MBR X. This one's gonna open pretty soon here. It's gonna open another 40 seconds. Opening lower a little bit here. Looks like we might have a nice little bit of a bounce in this area. Could be. 150. It's a decent amount of volume here from both directions. Still having a little bit of a bounce. Let's see what we get here. I'm looking for a potential break back above VWAP. That's kind of what I'm looking for. I'm going to close some of this position. I should have closed it in the higher bounce. You know, I'm still a little bit shaky from yesterday, so I should have just been like, you know what, I got to understand that I probably am a bit more nerved up at the moment, so why not just take profits a little bit quicker lately? And I actually just try to close out for here. I didn't like that we were retesting my entry. It didn't get filled, which in this case worked out for me, but that's a big thing I don't like about TOS. There's a lot of fill issues that's been going on. I'm actually trying to get out again here. My order's not showing up. It's because I was, okay. Okay, so I got out of this trade. The bounce wasn't as strong as I was hoping for, and it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. It could happen right now. You know, it could just shoot up to 160 right now. Boom. My problem with this one, I don't know. I'm still a little shaken up after yesterday, so I don't want to be halted in on the way down and all of a sudden close this trade for a, I don't know, 10% loss, right? Just because, so yeah. So I gotta shake the red off of me a little bit. Not the best trading on my end just now. The entry was okay. The entry was decent. But you know, I really butchered this part. I should have took profits here at 5%, walked away with 60 bucks, 70 bucks. I was about to do it. I was waiting for one more candle. That's what I was waiting for. We didn't get it. And then, I just, you know, added to the selling pressure on the bounce. So probably not the best move on my end. Let's see how it goes. We have another limit order with YGYI. I'm not sure if we're going to get this one. Still kind of waiting for this potential entry. Otherwise than that, I'm going to probably keep watching MBR X. I mean, I like what MBR X is doing. Here we go. Actually, YGYI is having a bit of a pullback right now. Back to $2. Let's see if we can get this. Go ahead and cancel. Yeah, MBRX is doing exactly what I wanted. Exactly what I wanted. That's a little bit painful. It sucks closing out a trade for a scratch that you could have been very profitable on. So I went ahead and closed the YGYI potential entry here. It looks like it still wants to keep dropping. Yeah, MBR X, that would have been such a good hold. Here we go, down to 3. It's picking up a lot of steam. Not the biggest moves on MBRX. I mean YGYI. That's one thing I don't like about it too much. So, I mean, as you guys saw here, like I have these limit orders in place, but it doesn't really mean I want these entries in these areas. It's kind of more for me sometimes a placeholder, so I don't forget about these moves I'm looking for. $2, big time buyers coming in here. This could be a great bounce. This would have been a nice time to have maybe one more trade actually today. So yeah, I think I probably should have traded with maybe one, with a 2/3 allocation on that first trade. MBRX looks like it's about to bounce. Probably could easily squeeze maybe like 2-3% out of it. I don't know. I don't like the percentage returns on YGYI because let's say you get like a perfect bounce trade, you get a perfect entry here at $2 and you sell here at like former support at 2.1. It's only a 5% move. While with MBRX, why did I not hold this one? The one time I don't hold it, yeah. So the MBRX. I'm gonna wait for the charts to load. Here we go. Yeah, so annoying. This would have been such a good trade. But anyway, just in 5 candles here, you know, that's 11% move. So much nicer bounce potential with MBRX. I think MBRX might even be showing signs of a potential reversal right now. This actually looks quite good. I'm gonna probably try to trade it again very soon here. Nice 5-minute breakout. Had already a 1-minute pullback. Let's see what we can get on this one. This is looking pretty good. It's 10:09 a.m. It's actually a great time for looking for these big reversals. I like everything about this one, so I'm going to keep a close eye on some potential entry here. This is looking pretty good. This might start curling up here any moment. It's been a tough one to trade though. I mean, it's a lot of pullbacks, but I really kind of feel like this 1.4 area might have been temporary. I mean, 1.5 area is getting chipped away a little bit. This looks like actually a potential really clean entry here at 155. Fairly nice. Okay, so that entry actually would have been fairly decent that I had on the 48. Let's see if we can get a secondary entry on this one. Just gonna remove my limit order for now, see if I can find a good entry. Don't like the fact that it's a little shaky in this area, I gotta admit. OPG, what do I recommend for beginner traders? Definitely, I would say cash account, or else you're going to be limited to trades, and that's horrible. MBRX could be the good entry right now. I'm still kind of watching it closely. I like what I'm seeing. Had some bigger buying volume coming back in here. Markets are still, I love when the markets are just doing nothing. It's so nice. That's for actually one of my margin accounts. It kind of just shows across all accounts. Satoshi. I'm in a cash account right now, so it doesn't apply. Still a lot of selling going on here, but I feel like there's a bit more change in momentum lately, and this is actually kind of looking pretty good. Thinking about potential entry here really soon. New 5 minutes about to start. So yeah, that would have been a really good trade. You know, we had a decent entry, just the exit really was not throttled properly. So let's see what happens here. I think MBR X could, you know, we're holding this area pretty well. I don't want to get caught in some sort of flash dip or something. That's why I keep removing my limit order. I'd probably rather buy a breakout to the upside on MBR X, but I don't know yet what I'm going to do. I'm just going to keep watching it, see if we can see some sort of clear setup. We could also be forming a bit of a bear flag right now. It's kind of hard to say on the 5 minute. But if we start breaking to the upside here, I'd rather probably buy in the 160s just to see a little bit more confidence come in on this one. It's definitely more of a tricky setup here. 10:15 a.m. Let's see what we get. So far, I would have entered at 151 if I left that limit order. Again, I wasn't totally sure if that was a good idea or not. I guess we're about to learn right now. Nice big buying volume coming in there. Check out those limit orders. $155 getting chipped away here. Bought the 155 breakout. 157, we have some resistance here. Big buying orders coming in though. Let's see what kind of move we get out of this one. 160 getting chipped away. This is kind of the area that I was really interested in, the 160 area. So I want to see how this area performs. Definitely, we got some new volume coming in that we haven't really seen before. I want to see a higher high. I want to see 165 really quickly. Going back to 158. Back at 160 here, could be breaking out of 160 now. Yeah, those are some big orders going through in all directions. There we go. Look at that. 65K shares just went through. That was some nice volume. Closed it for a small loss. Well, we're green on the day, $7. Yes, I'm kind of getting thrown around today. So today is not my day at all. You know, I don't know. Is MBR X going to break to $2 today? Is it going to break to $3 today? I don't know. Maybe. There's a good chance. Did I sell too early? Probably. I've been a little bit like today, you know, I should have took profits here. I could have made 10%. And then here, I was also up like 40, 50 bucks, but obviously I was waiting for the break of 160. And since we didn't get that break of 160, we tried like 2-3 times. I was not going to stick around and hold it, right? I mean, there's nothing wrong about being wrong as a day trader. So my winning ratio is only about 60%. So that means I got to understand that 4 out of every 10 trades, I'm wrong. And that's fine. What's not fine is holding a trade that you're wrong and just, you know, just getting beat up. So that's why I got out of MBR X. We tried several times to break out and just didn't happen. So I'll take my 1 cent loss. So yeah, could have been like a $150 profit day if I held this one a little bit longer. But at least, you know, I'm super happy it's not a red day. Yesterday, I'm still like scarred. If I was a boxer, I'd still be like bloody in the face today. And I feel like I need to, it's just good to just, you know, get in the ring, do some sparring and just kind of get the feel for it again. Because yeah, MBRX, I mean, this was a sloppy mistake on my end. This was really sloppy, so. Prashana got in a 169. You think it'll go past 250 by the end of the day? I mean, it could. It's holding this area really nicely. I think MBRX has such a good chance to break out higher. I think it has such a good chance. I mean, it's holding this area phenomenally. I would really want to get back in on this one. Like, if I had one more trade, I'd be waiting for this to show new signs of strength. Maybe on a clear breakout to 1.7 and then maybe buy the pullback or something. That's probably what I would be waiting for right now. Or I would wait for a bigger dip to maybe 1.3 and then buy in this area. Those are like the two things I would be looking for. But right now, we're kind of in a choppy area. We had an okay entry. If I had the 49 entry, I would have been a little bit better. But that 155 was getting chipped away and it was looking really, really good. So that's why I kind of got aggressive on it. Here we go. MBRX pulling back a little bit. See, now I would be down, getting close to like 7-8 cents a share on 150, $1.50 stock. Woo, Now we're talking about 7% losses all of a sudden. So that's why I closed the position for a small loss. I don't care taking small losses. Taking small losses is like the most amazing thing in the world. It's like, dodge that bullet. Oh man, I gotta say though, I would love to be dip buying MBR X right now. Whoosh. It's like half my beard pulling it out right now. MBR X was definitely the lead gapper today, huh? There is probably no other clear lead gapper like MBRX today. I think there's a good chance it's going to break higher. I just don't know how low it's going to go first. Or it's one of those stocks that have, that's the one trick pony. Kind of like here, we had a big move here higher. This was actually a pretty nice trade. We bought it. I'm not sure where we bought it and where we sold it, but both of these were good trades on it. Basically, the problem was, it gapped up, pulled a little higher and sold off the rest of the day. Same here, gapped up, pulled a little higher, sold off the rest of the day. So MBRX, it has that kind of history of having these gap ups and just selling down and selling the rest of the day. It doesn't even have really good follow throughs either. Actually, here's one gap up that worked really well. So maybe we're due for one, but I don't know. That's just wishful thinking. Here's a really nice move. 1, 2, 3, 4 big green days. That's a solid run with MBRX. So I don't know. Based on recent history, I'd be a bit more careful. It is kind of looking good though. I gotta say, like it was painful selling it because this was looking like I want to be trading it at one point today. EFC pulling back the rest of the day. So this is why I didn't want to trade EFC. It's not a stock that is for me. Actually, hold on, that was the wrong chart. So yeah, correct me. I was wrong. But yeah, who said in here that was forming a nice flag pattern? No, it definitely was forming a good flag pattern. This is actually a really clean breakout that it had. And what I like about this breakout, it had this really nice retest, and then it kept on running. So yeah, EFC. Congrats to anyone that traded it. Again, my biggest problem is it's not a stock I typically look for. 386 million market cap. I'm looking for market caps below 50 million. So, I mean, I don't want to start chasing stuff just because it has, potential and just kind of blindly running around, because then you get really overwhelmed. So EFC is, 10% move, not too shabby. Who knows? This thing could run all the way to $12, right? And it'll be like an amazing trade. YGYI. I really wanted this trade at 203, so leaving my limit order here would have actually been the best trade of the day. That's a price I have to pay if I want to get more aggressive. If I want to trade with full position size, I can only do 2 trades instead of 3 trades. Otherwise, I can distribute my cash among more trades, and that's how I can do 3. So today would have probably been a good day to distribute my cash among more trades. I would have probably left this order, maybe, I don't know. We had made $50 off of that one, and yeah, we probably could have ended today much greener. But like I said, it's not a red day, and I'm super happy about that. That's just a good feeling, I'm not gonna lie. After yesterday, that direct public offering really caught me off guard. MYO, guys, MYO is pulling up really nicely. 10.15. Broke higher, blam, kabang. This is looking good, up 7%. I think MYO is probably one of the more interesting picks at the moment. I'd be keeping a close eye on MYO. Satoshi, yeah, 146 was a nice one. That's where I had my limit order for a while. GHSI from Brett. GHSI. Pre-orders for their COVID products start tomorrow. These guys are pretty clear on the daily. Stair stepper chart looks pretty good. We typically don't trade the sub dollars too much, but sometimes they give great opportunities. 8% move right now, so not too much volume in it today. But this is one of those stocks that, you know, might just be getting started here, so it could be interesting pick, especially probably for a swing trade or something like that. It's hard to say. It's really always tough to say. But yeah, I could see this one being a swing trade that actually would maybe work out extremely well. But that's a really aggressive downwards pattern. I don't like swing trading these small caps. MYO looking really good. Oh, Johnny Walker, that's interesting. That's what Ross Cameron's watching. Yeah, I'd really like to have one more trade. Here we go. I think MYO is breaking out right now. Whoo! There we go. That was the move we were all waiting for, right? What do the rest of you think? Damn, MBR X will break out. Yeah, MBR X is still chilling, huh? It's a slow one. YGYI still kind of consolidating in this area. It could be an interesting pick. The amount of consolidation it's doing is really not super exciting. Oh, my order was just canceled in one of my stocks. MYO looks pretty good for this breakout. It's already just about a 5% move in here. Yeah, so today I should have traded a little bit lighter. I should have traded lighter on my position size because I felt that I was a little bit too shaky trading. And then three, there was no like super amazing entry besides maybe this first one. But even if I was on a lighter position size, I probably would have held it longer, which probably would have made it end as a profitable trade, a much more profitable trade. So yeah, interesting kind of thing to think about. MBRX is kind of looking good again. This is such a tempting stock to trade, but you know it's getting a little bit choppy here. Volume's really fading, but there could be a really big move at one point. I would keep a close eye on MBRX. I'm not sure if we're going to trade it. Well, I'm not going to trade it because I'm out of trades, but I think if it breaks past 1.6, like I've been saying, I would be looking for a possible entry because I'd be looking for a 5-minute breakout somewhere in this area to the upside and trade that. That's what I would be looking for. Yeah, Serta, use a cash account. You're only limited to the amount of cash you have in the account. And after you make a trade, after you use that cash, it comes back to your account in 2 days. So if you make a trade on Monday, you get that cash again on Wednesday. And by alternating my account size, that's how I'm able to do 2 to 3 trades a day. MBR X. MYO, guys, now at 5.5. That was definitely the one to be looking at. Yeah, I can't believe I didn't take my profits here on this bounce. It's like this is really just something like a classic bounce trade that I always do. So I wonder if there was a bit like we could have easily walked away with 5% profit on that trade. So I wonder if there was a bit of some leftover trading PTSD that really made that trade unprofitable or a scratch. I got to really think of that through. I got to think about that for a little bit. Oh, thanks, TI. You heard the man, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button. I definitely appreciate it. I'll actually probably be wrapping up here. I mean, to me, MBR could be a great play. I wouldn't be surprised when we do the recap video that MBRX is just going to be somewhere high or somewhere very low. I don't know. Something's going to happen. The volume's been falling off the cliff. A lot of the volume was on the selling volume on the open, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, there's going to be a big move here. MYO was also really kind of nice little kicker here. I wish we had one more trade available to trade it. This one has clear skies ahead, and that's kind of what I like about MYO. It has potential. It has some really, really nice potential to kind of just move higher. So this one probably would have been a good entry. I mean, just look at that. Clear breakout here, VWAP with volume, pulls back, and then just rips. I mean, 10% up already, guys. This is beautiful. So I don't know how high it's going to go, but again, like we were talking about, it's just breaking above some big resistance, and next big resistance zone, I would probably argue is between $8 and $9. I don't know if we're going to get there, but something to consider. I don't know what YGYI is going to do today. I think it's going to I don't know, it might just close here. If you're wondering what a stock's going to do, just try to map out some clean and clear support and resistance. And $3, this is a place we bounced and we broke down from. So we're definitely going to there's a good chance that we might retest this area. 180-day moving average, big volume came in. I don't know, it could be really good. 11 million float, so it has that spikeability, and check out some of these former runs on this thing. I mean, just absolutely absurd. It's hard to say what it's going to do, but there's clear support and resistance in this area, so maybe it's going to retest this area. Maybe it's not going to do anything today, and it's actually going to open up tomorrow. That's also a possibility, because the way it moved here, the next day, it had that big run, and then it consolidated really hard. Whoop, where'd it go? So yeah, here you can see a big green day, consolidated, bit of a doji candle, and then 1, 2, 3 days before, actually 4 days before a breakout. So this thing, interesting way it moves, a bit of a exponential chart pattern there. So I don't know what it's going to do, but for now it's holding the highs, which is a really good sign. MYO pulling back here a little bit, kind of sketchy. Sketchy pullback. It's actually a really aggressive pullback. This is why I take profits fairly quickly. I would have took my 5 to 10 profits and just left. See, I should have took my profits with too many stocks, MBR X. I should have took my profits. I should have took my 5% profit, moved on, boom, locked it in. Instead, kind of ended as a scratch. Yeah, I missed out on those profits, potential 10% profit, but that's fine. I've almost found every time I don't take my profit, it ends bad. Almost like guaranteed. So we'll see. Letterman says FOMO time. Yeah, luckily I don't have any trades in the cash account, so I don't get any FOMO on this account. It really keeps me at bay because I want to obviously, grow this account with you guys and do it live. So I'm always like, if I don't trade that day, I'm always like, oh, that was one missed day. So I feel like that gives me more FOMO than like if I at least used all my trades and I tried to the best of my ability. CAPR here, guys. CAPR. This was a former lead runner. That didn't really do too much, but why are my charts not updating? Is this the right chart? This is MYO, no? Okay, here we go. Yeah, so kind of a slow mover, but sometimes my alerts go off for these former runners. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't even look at it. I like how convinced Heiko is. So Heiko's looking closely at YGYI, which somehow I can never find in my watch list. Oh, here it is. Because it's red. I wasn't looking for red. Do I have any suggestions for books to read for stock beginners? I actually got a book. I've gone through this whole thing and I've kind of mixed feelings about it, but kind of a cool little chart pattern book. Getting Started in Chart Pattern, second edition by Thomas Bulkowski. It's all right. I don't think it's going to help with day trading too much, but I think the overall chart patterns are really important. I mean, you learn everything about breakouts, you learn a bit more about the statistics behind them. I thought that was all very interesting, and maybe it has helped me subconsciously. But there's a lot in here, and I think it could also be very overwhelming. I would honestly probably just Google candle chart patterns, really, if you can read candles, I think that's probably much more valuable, understanding what each candle is called. I actually have a really good PDF on that. What's that PDF called? Chart candle. I think it's called the Chart Candle Bible. Chart Candle Bible. I found this to be really good. Let's see here. Yeah, this one's good. And look, if there's a free link to it as well. I'm going to share it, guys. I recommend everyone to know this inside and out. I think this will help everyone's trading drastically. We'll see about that, Aiko. We'll see. Serta, just contact your broker. They do that pretty quickly. I think TD Ameritrade does it like the same day. Just write them, and then boom, they take care of it. It goes so quick. I even did it on Webull, and they also did it within like a day or two. Goes so fast. Just be like, I want a cash account, I want a margin account, boom, it's done. Look at this, MBRX, guys, at 63. This is it. Yeah, I would be looking for an entry probably on MBRX. This is the breakout I was waiting for. Oh, this is so beautiful. Oh my Lord. Actually, I think we might. I think I have cash in the IRA account. I might do a little trade on this one. Let's see what we got here. So I'm going to use a smaller position size. Had a nice breakout here. Had a nice 1 minute pullback on a 5 minute breakout. Looking good. Obviously, we don't want to get direct offered into. Independent research found that is to replicant of coronavirus, yeah. Here we go. This could be a potential breakout. Just watching this one closely here. 160 is definitely getting chipped away. I don't know. Maybe I won't trade it. I don't know yet. What I think is we're gonna have a nice little breakout of 163 any moment now, and then I don't know how far we're gonna run, but I think this thing could really, really rip. Just watching it a little bit more now here. I don't trade often in this IRA account. I kind of just have limit orders out for it, but occasionally I'll do a little bit of trading on it. And we've been growing this account actually really nicely. So this account, just like on a very standby kind of trading, has been doing really well. 162, 161. Big sellers coming in here. I really don't like mixing up my accounts. So maybe I just have to like not look at it. But let's watch this. This is going to be a good lesson, good fun for everyone. This is looking like a really good setup here. Big buyers at 158. I guess having the classic. That's so funny. I never like pronouncing YGYI anyway. There's too many Y's and G's. The suspense is real, guys. This is a very suspenseful MBR X setup. I think I would have gotten shaken out on this one. Maybe it's a tough one to trade. It really has been kind of tough to trade, and especially with my like thinking that there's a direct offering just about to happen does not help this situation. So I don't know. It's past 1:30. I'm not going to be trading this gap and go strategy anymore. 9:30, even like 9 o'clock to 9:30 and then 10:30. But yeah, after that. The 5-minute setup though looks so good. If this works out, I hope some of you guys are getting it. Austin, I'm not sure what you mean by that. We're looking at MBR X right now on the chart. You can see it right here. But you should definitely look into getting a broker that has proper charting if you don't see a chart. All right, so who knows what MBR X is going to do? I'm going to wrap up trading though. I'm totally done with trading for today, and at least it was a green day. It wasn't like a great, phenomenal, life-changing day, but it wasn't a big red day like yesterday, so I'm pretty happy about that. We'll see what we do tomorrow. I'm not going to say I'm going to trade with 3 trades. I'm not going to say I'm going to trade with 2 trades. I'm just going to like let the day come to me. If we have some good clear opportunities and it looks like we're going to have a good gap and go bull flags, then I'm going to get aggressive. If it's choppy, then again I'm going to be less aggressive. So that's just how I'm going to trade, and I think that just play it by ear. There's no it's impossible to say this is what I'm going to do tomorrow, because you don't know what tomorrow opportunities are going to give us. MBRX, guys, like I would have been so shaken out with this one. I just be careful that this one doesn't come out with a DPO, direct public offering. 3 minutes from now is when we came out with the DPO last time, and I got so crushed. it was good trading with you guys. I will see you then first thing tomorrow, and I'll also see you guys in the recap video. Don't forget to check it out. I always go over the most important lessons of the day, and I review the biggest tickers from today and sometimes the day before. So I will see you guys in the recap video. Don't forget to hit like the button. I definitely appreciate it, guys. Subscribe if you're new. I'd love to see you again, especially in the chat room. It's always good fun seeing what you guys are trading, and whoo, it's getting crazy. I think we hit first time 100 today. So really cool. I appreciate all that. Stay safe, guys. And like always, make some awesome trades. I'll see you later. Ciao, ciao.